I used to wonder whether or not some people thought that I was really negative all the time, or I'm angry all the time, and really that's not the case. And I've talked with some others, and I asked them about it, and they're saying, well, no, you don't seem angry, you just seem passionate, and I'm glad for that. But I guess I just want to relay to other people that, you know, I'm not angry all the time. I'm just passionate about some subjects. I'd like to say I'm passionate about all subjects, but you know, that would be a lie. So, you know, there's some hot buttons for me, but that doesn't mean I'm pissed off all the time. And I'm not really trying to go around, at least generally, I don't try to go around looking for it. I don't try to look for something to be angry at. Now, I used to. Like prior to, I don't know, April, May of last year, like from 2006 to around May of last year, I definitely did, especially towards the end there, I really was pissed off all the time. I was miserable. And, yeah, a lot changed. Particularly when I, well, finally realized my own conscience is my own. It's not some higher power. And I'm able to work on the things that were problems for me before, because it's just like, well, it's all stuff I actually can work on. It's not unachievable. It's something I can really change. I can well, not necessarily change, but I can address. And I guess I changed it too, but it just, I still can't believe how much different I am since August of last year. God, what a change. That was the change, you know, when I realized my conscience is my own. It just, I just can't believe how freeing that was. Now, you know, it kind of brings up a kind of a good point. There's, you know, for me, when I eventually had that realization, it was just a huge positive thing. For some people, that same kind of realization may be terrifying or horrible, or just, you know, oh no, I'm alone. It's just like, no, it's been you the whole time. You're awesome. It's you the whole time. Don't, you know, if you think, oh, I'm alone now, no, I mean, you always were, but you are awesome. I don't know. That's what I try to tell anyone, because, I mean, if you've made it this far, you haven't fucked up to, you know, you haven't made decisions that's gotten you killed, and you're asking someone questions, you're trying to further yourself. I mean, yeah, you're awesome. Just because you don't have some higher power thing going on that never existed in the first place, doesn't mean you're any less. It means you're more powerful than you ever thought than you ever imagined. I mean, really, you can do a lot, and you don't need the help of anyone else. You can do a lot of stuff. One of the reasons why I end up being so passionate about certain subjects is because I have been so submissive most of my life. And I don't mean just sexually, I just mean just everywhere in my life. I've been submissive. I've allowed other people to kind of almost define me, or I really don't know how to describe it. I mean, other people will say, well, you've always been so much yourself, but there's, I guess that's what people tell me, but when I've been around people, it's just like, it was always this feeling like, oh, my presence, oh, I don't want to make you mad with my presence or something. I don't even know what it really was, but, you know, I was so submissive, and You know, if someone wants to put it in these terms, which people will get after me for, because they're not really good terms, but, you know, I've been sort of a beta most of my life, and I'm starting to understand what it actually means to be more of an alpha, and there's a point when, and this sounds really bad, but there's a point when someone can become too considerate of other people. That probably seems odd to some, but there's a point when you consider other people more than yourself. That's not a way to go. You have a right to your own desires, your own values, your own morals, your own self. You have a right to your own conscience. You have a right to you. And when I see things pushing forth a message that doesn't say that, when I see something pushing forth a message that says that, oh, we should be more submissive, and we should just, I don't know, I mean, I care about a lot of things. I care about a lot of people, and I have a lot of passion, as I've said. But when you start to make yourself miserable out of worrying about other people, about whether we're not worrying about other people, worrying about whether or not you're coming off some certain way, or just because you're just trying to be yourself, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You have the right to be yourself. You know, if you're going out and you're trying to do something bad to people, that's a different story. But if you're just being yourself, you know, and you have desires and you have things you want to do, you shouldn't feel bad for wanting to do them. I mean, unless it's doing something harmful to someone. And there's people that have all these different definitions of what is harmful to someone. And sometimes it's just like, excuse me? That's harmful? Really? There's so many elements, so many things that are that way. Oh, don't say that phrase, it's harmful. It's like, why? So if I say it this way, it's okay? Yeah, okay. Of course, they never actually answer it that way. But I feel the same way about, like, swear words. It's just like, why does it matter? I mean, why do we even have swear words? It's just, I'm kind of going on about a lot of stuff now, but it's just, we shouldn't have to be so worried about stuff. We shouldn't have to be reserved. We shouldn't have to be so politically correct. We shouldn't have to be submissive. We shouldn't have to be what women are taught to be in this society. That's the real shame. That's the real shame of what I see going on. And when I don't see feminism speaking against this stuff, it's annoying. We shouldn't. And then people will get after me for saying, well, feminists, are responsible for all this stuff. It's just like, yes, they're responsible for all these great things, but this new feminism is just not focusing on that anymore. It's not focusing on making women strong. It's... Anyway, so, yeah, I'm passionate about some things. I'm very passionate about subjects that try to suggest that we should be submissive, we should cower to something, that we should worship something, that we should, God, these words are just missing. I normally have them. I would have said it way earlier, and I'm trying to talk about some things, and hopefully the words will come into place. But there are these certain words that women are taught to be, that are, and I just can't think of them. They basically mean submissive, though, and anything that pushes forth for us to really truly be ourselves is what I'm going to be supporting. Anything that shoves forth for us to be able to be bold and blunt, maybe even crude at times, just to be, so we can at least be able to say really what's on our mind, without so many barriers, without so many walls. You know, I'm going to support that. The more walls we put up, the less real communication we're doing. The more walls we put up, we can speak a lot of words and say a whole lot of nothing. With a whole lot of walls, we kind of screw ourselves. And we screw everyone else around. Because we're not being honest. We've got too many walls up to be honest. I'm against us putting up more walls. I'm for us taking them down. Let's take down the walls. Let's have a real discussion. Let's really talk about what's on our minds. Let's be real. And some people are ignorant. I'm ignorant in a lot of things. Some people, when they speak their mind, will show their ignorance. And then you show them where they're wrong. But we can't keep putting up these stupid walls. We need to be able to be bold. We need to be able to be ourselves. I'm rambling. I'm going in circles. Let me say those things a bunch of times more.